Hello all, welcome to the art stream. Hope you are all doing well. We came on a drop earlier. I usually come on for these like between 5 and 6 p.m. But I was on earlier for a lunch stream. I'm starting to do those again, but hope you guys are all doing well. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for being here. And if you're watching on replay, thank you so much for being here. If you're new, please do consider subscribing to my channel. And if you do, please do hit the notification bell. That way you don't miss a new video. Okay, so let's see how the signal is going. Okay. So we're going to be working on this right here. This is what we've been working on. We are painting. We are talking about painting and chatting, and we are painting with acrylic paints for this art stream. And we are painting this canvas bag, a scene from Disney's Lilo and Stitch. I really love Disney and Disney World, as well as like Disney animation. And so painting is one of my favorite things to do, plus, incorporating the two. Now we have 3 bars. I'm hoping that stays that way. So we've been working on like this scene here with the trees and the different stuff. So give me 1 second, guys. Okay, so we've been working on the trees and just the different scenery. And yesterday we did the beach here with the ocean and did like a gradient where it goes from like a darker blue to a lighter blue. So let me see what's happening with the signal, guys. Hold on. Let me see. Okay, we're at 3 bars. I don't think it's working. I don't think it's working. It shows I have 3 bars. Let me see what is happening with this stream. Okay, now it shows. I think it's working again. This is so strange. I hope this just works. Okay, I don't know if it's a signal problem. I have no idea. I'm hoping this works, guys. Let me see if the signal, how it's doing. Let me see. So I know it's like working, you know what I mean? Okay, so hopefully it is going to be working, guys. I'm not quite sure what is happening with the signal. I'm just trying to like go back and forth to my phone and try to figure out what's happening. But I guess we'll just start and hope for the best that this works. Because I don't know. I don't have control over the internet. So this is where we're at so far. So we're doing this gradient of the ocean with the dark blue to the light blue. And I'd like to work on adding some more detail to the trees. And then I need to figure out how to have a little bit of an overlay here, because it just can't be like broken through here with this beige color. We need to like, in other words, extend the tree into this area here, if that makes sense. So the first thing we can do, I'm just going to bend that so you can see. I've got my palette here of where I'm going to mix my paints. So I'd like to Probably mix out some of this color. This is like a lime. It's called light olive green. So I'm going to just take out some of this. I'm also going to get out some white and squeeze out some of that. And then I'm also going to go over here to the yellow. I'm going to go over to this yellow, and I'm just going to get out some yellow as well. I'm trying to get out a variety of colors that's going to allow for me to blend nicely the leaf area. So this is where we are at so far. And if you are familiar with the streams, we have also worked on this one right here, where we are finishing off some of the detailing here, but we are taking a little bit of a break from that one just to like go on to like a new project. But let's see. And I'll try my best with the signal, guys. I just hope it's all working. Well, we have 3 bars, so I'm hoping that that stays like that, basically. What do I need? I need a brush. Where did my brush go? Okay, so let me get my little mixing tool here. I'm going to just start to mix some white. I'm starting to mix some white into this green color here. I'm creating like a lighter, muted, light olive color, if that makes sense. So the first thing I'm going to do, because I want to be blending, is I'm going to add a little bit more of this color so that way I have something to blend into. So I'm going to get this green olive color here. The color is actually called light olive green. And I'm just going to start placing it onto the bag, and I'm actually placing it in kind of like a thick manner. This actually creates a really nice effect for when the bag actually dries. Like, it will dry. You won't have to worry about it, like, you know, getting on anything. But the texture it leaves will actually be really nice when it comes to like a leaf type of look. So now I've mixed out this lighter color. I added white into the light olive green color, and now I'm going to see what this looks like. I'm just going to start placing this color also over the leaf area. And I'm going to repeat that process throughout all of the leaf areas. I'm going to go back with this green, start placing that down. And then the other side. And I'm doing it kind of like in a motion that's kind of like, you know, still like a thicker consistency, because when it dries, it will actually, I want it to dry actually like with a thicker consistency, if that makes sense. I want the paint to appear like leaf texture. So now we're going to do that same process here. And then we're going to figure out how to blend this area, because we have like kind of like this block of, you know, beige kind of going through. And we don't want that. We want to actually kind of blend the two areas. But yeah, if you guys are just coming into my channel, welcome. My name is Nicole. I do a lot of art, cooking, fashion, a lot of randomness on this channel. Welcome on in. We're just working on the leaf area, adding some texture here. Trying to remember the direction here of the leaves, trying to keep it like in going in different directions. That way it'll look a little bit more tree-like, I guess. Well, welcome on in. If you're new, please consider subscribing, hit the notification bell, give the video a like. That really helps me out too. Even if you don't want to subscribe, just liking my video can really help me out. And if you decide to subscribe, please hit the notification bell. That way you don't miss a new video. When I post. So we're working on this leaf area. Let me see what's going on with the signal. I don't know why it's showing that. That's what I don't understand. I'm wondering if there's something wrong. I don't know. Now it's showing, I think. I don't know. I don't know what's wrong with it. Let's see about getting some other colors in here. Just trying to give it a little bit more texture. Let's see about how we want to incorporate. I have to start to blend the leaves into this area here because the tree actually continues into this area here. Like that. So let's get out some more of this color, so a darker green color. That'll help me blend that area a little bit better where we have the darker green color of the tree. Yeah, we're just adding this in. I've always really liked Disney animation, most so for the colors that they have used throughout their animation, especially when we talk animation, old school Disney animation, like before, like before Pixar, like the the storyboards and the colors that they used. I always thought that they did like a really amazing job with the color selection. Let's see how the internet signal is doing. Mine is here. Let me. Okay. So I'm liking how the trees are looking. I think they look very they have more detail to them. We definitely may, continue to add more detail to them and stuff. I'm trying to figure out how now to add more detail to the trees. What is the tree area that we created here? I mean, right now it's just brown. So I don't know if we want to go back and like add in like some detailing to the trees. I know we'll add in more detailing to the sand area, but the other thing we want to see what to do is here, because originally we made the brown go up to there, and now the question is, what is this going to be, this color up here? Let me just look at my colors I have here. I mean, if we're going with the tropical theme, this one might be nice. I'm wondering how much of this color I actually have left. Because this is one that I actually wanted to replace. I had actually wanted to find more of this color, hoping that if I add the solvent to it, it'll be enough to get through this part of the bag, but like I'm actually like limited on this color. La, 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 la. Oh, no. Dream. How are you? See, you did come back. How are you? So let me see what's going on with the signal, guys. Give me 1 second. Well, it's good. You're just reassuring everyone that you're good. Doing good too. Is the signal okay, Dream? Is the signal looking okay, or is it lagging? Is it buffering a lot or lagging? Is the signal looking okay? I was trying to see the phone. The phone was showing me 2 bars. So I'm wondering now how the signal is. Let me know if the signal is okay, if you can see me. It is good. Cat. Does that mean it's good? A cat emoji. I think that means you can see it. Oh. Very good. So I found this, I had this green color here. And it looks really good. I'm just like hoping that I have enough of it. It's one of these colors that I really needed to rebuy. But when I went online to rebuy it, they were out of that color. It's like such a pretty like teal blue color. No problem. Nice having you here. Thanks for stopping by. No problem. Thank you so much for being here. See you tomorrow. So I'm just adding this teal blue color in here. And I really like this color. I'm just really hoping I can like proportion it through this area that I'm working on. I do not have a lot of this color left, and that really stinks, especially when you find a color you really like, because like this color is like really nice, and I just wish I had more of it. It is really getting all over. I did not think this color through that much. see about how we can blend this better. So we are painting, guys. We are chatting. We are painting with acrylic paints on this canvas bag. So anyone who likes art and painting should consider subscribing, because we do a lot of that on this channel, as well as fashion. So please do check out my channel. So let's see how this is going. I didn't really think this through with how much the paint is getting on me. Maybe I should have worn gloves. But we're gonna do our best here, guys, to kind of get all these areas here that are, thinking I'm gonna do the other side too, but this is not the best angle for this. This is just, so all I could do is kind of hold it like this and kind of show you what I'm doing. I'm getting the inside now of the strap. I'm not really doing too much, I don't think, with the inside. I haven't decided yet, but you know, kind of trying to. This is a tiring position. So let's see. Trying to also anticipate how to let this dry, just because it's on the inside here, and maybe I can separate it or something with tissue. Yeah. This is definitely not the easiest area to paint, because every time I touch this area, it's getting kind of stuck. If you're new to my channel, I do a lot of art on this channel, pretty much nightly art streams. I also occasionally do cooking streams. I did one earlier. I do not know how to cook by any means, but I'm learning, and it's sometimes funny to watch. And I also do fashion and that type of content on this channel. So glad to have you here. This is an interesting situation where the entire thing is being painted here. I'm gonna try to show you what I'm doing. I'm just doing the handle of the bag right now. So let's try to show you what I'm doing. Hold it like that. Okay. see what I can do here to help this situation. I need to probably get a rag. And, get that on there like that. Trying to situate that like that. Let me just wash my hands. Where is my drink? Okay, so now let's go back with this brush here. Let me just wipe this off or drop with some water. Give me a second. And let me, now that I washed this brush, go back into this green color. Let me kind of bend this for you so you can see what we are doing. I want to go back and just blend into this color. So I really love Disney World animation. I was really inspired by Disney type animation growing up. Um, More so the originals, like when you think of like Pocahontas, Lilo and Stitch, the type of animation that they did before they relied a lot on the digital animation. The digital animation is great too. That's obviously like a huge talent, but I was always inspired by um, the hand drawn art, the storyboards. They didn't even have that technology, back then with the type of stuff they can do today. But I always thought there was such beauty in, hand drawn animation. I think Lilo and Stitch was actually one of the last Disney films that was watercolors or hand drawn animation. So if you watch like some of the documentaries on some how, for example, that movie was created, they went there and they created storyboards and watched, like hula dancers and things like that. And then the animators were able to get their inspiration from a lot of what they saw. So I think that's what they did in a lot of the animated films, like Lion King went on site different places and got a sense of the culture and the different inspiration that they were seeing. So I've always been a huge fan of Disney animation. I'm just trying to check how this is drying here. I painted both sides of this as well as like the inner workings of it, so I'm just letting it dry on a rag. We haven't gone into it yet and drawn the details of Stitch or anything yet, but we are working on the trees and trying to get a little bit more detailed on what you are seeing. Let me try to show you what's happening. So let's could blend that green color, I guess, of the tree a little bit into this area here and just kind of that so that it doesn't look, so, that green color where we went in and blended these two colors together. That one came out nicely, I think. I'm going to attempt to hold it up just so I can show you what we are doing. So we have the ocean with that gradient and the trees, which are starting to take on a little bit more detail. And we're just going to lay this back down on the rag. That way it can properly dry. So this is going to be Stitch from Lilo and Stitch. We also have worked on this piece right here. Also, obviously, you can tell a big fan of Stitch and Baby Yoda. We're working on this piece as well. I just felt like I needed a little bit of a break from this particular piece. All the paints are falling. It's okay. I keep doing that, which gets paint in my hair, but that's okay too. Going to go and check how the signal is doing. Give me 1 second, guys. Yeah. Okay. So let's see about going back and trying to add in some more detail to the palm tree area. I'm going to go ahead and squeeze out some of this brown color. And also some white. And I'm going to just wash off this brush real quick. So I'm going to go in here and see about how I can add in some detailing to the palm tree area. If you're new to my channel, I do a lot of art on this channel. I also do cooking streams and some fashion blogs. So if you're new, please do consider subscribing. And if you subscribe, hit the bell. That way you'll know when I come on. I come on kind of randomly on this channel. But for the art streams, I pretty much come on daily between 5 and 6 p.m. And then I usually do like a fashion blog once a week. I'm going to edit one tonight. And I also try to come on and do cooking streams. I haven't done one of those in a while, but I did one earlier today. So if you're into art, which I really love, consider subscribing. And that would really help me out. Like the video, share the video. I don't even know what that means, to share the video, but like you can like the video. That also helps me out quite a bit with the great YouTube gods, you know. So you can like it, share it, subscribe, all that good stuff. And yeah, we do art on this channel. And yeah. So I've added in quite a bit of detail there to the tree. I actually want to tone it down a little by adding in some more brown. So I'm just going to wash off my brush here. And then I'm going to go ahead and dry my brush here. And then I can go back. Okie dokie. Let's see about getting some more brown color here. And now we can start to add some more brown in here and just kind of tone down the palm tree area, if that makes sense. So I think I overdid it a little bit with the highlighting, so I just want to go back and try to tone this down a little bit. Just going over some of those highlighted areas with brown. Just toning down the tree a little bit, but all of this in reality gives it texture. So, for example, oops, that was not the smartest. I just grabbed the handle, which is drying. That was not right. So as you can see on this side, I went back with more brown, and I'm just starting to tone down some of the highlighting because it's a little too much. Also realize that right here we need some brown because that's actually part of the trunk. Let's see about food and flowers. So I was just taking a look at how the clouds are drawn in Lilo and Stitch. So I'm just gonna wash my hands real quick so that way I don't put paint in this section. But I'm seeing like what looks like soft white, and I'm also seeing what looks like pink and purple. I'm actually wondering if I should incorporate like a cotton ball or something for that. I've never worked with that before, where I actually take a cotton ball and use it in that area. Let me see really quick about getting a cotton ball. I think that might help. I think this might be an interesting idea to take cotton and try to create like a cloud. So let's see about getting some purple out. Let's see if we can. I want to wipe off this mixing tool here. So I want to take some of this white here and start to mix it into this purple that I have here. So I definitely want to lighten that up even more. So I'm trying to create like a light purple color that's going to make this look nice. So we are just painting here a scene from Disney's Lilo and Stitch because I really like art and I really love painting. And I love Stitch and just Lilo and like all the Disney animations. So I am just working this white color into a purple color I'm trying to make this like soft purple color. When I looked up a scene from Disney's Lilo and Stitch, it showed almost like these soft, light purple clouds that are in the sky. So I thought it would be pretty to incorporate that. I'm just trying right now to mix that color so that it looks nice. I'm not sure about this idea, but maybe the idea of taking a cotton ball and then making sky, like clouds. So I'm not entirely sure about this because I've never worked with this before. I'm just going to very gently kind of get this light purple color on here. See how this is going to look. I actually think this effect will look nice. Maybe. I like clouds. It also just adds a little bit of something extra to the background, like even if it doesn't necessarily look 100% like clouds. Just painting and having fun with painting and chatting, and that is what my channel is about. Painting, chatting. I also do fashion on this channel, so if you like any of that, this may be the channel for you. Please consider subscribing and hit the bell. Something like that. So I'm going to throw this one out, and then I'm going to see about maybe just a white color. Because that didn't come out like I had thought it was going to look, honestly. It looked a little differently when I had looked it up. So I'm thinking what I had seen, looked up, was probably done with a brush and not a cotton ball. Oops. But it did create an interesting effect. It's not like that. It's just different than I thought it was going to look. So I'll show you. This is wet, so that's why I'm holding it like that. We're working on the sky part of the back. It's creating like an interesting like splatter effect. It's interesting for sure. It's more of a design than skies, but I like it. I'm happy with that. So let's also throw this out because I don't. I only have 2 bars, so I am wondering if this is just not good signal situation, but we are trying our best. I'm wondering if I should do that same effect with the cotton for the sand area. That's an interesting thought. Let me try to mix this real quick. It's like a light brown sand color. Let me see how this looks. So I've got this brown color on here. Can you hold the bag up just for a second, please? Sure. Let me see how I can get it. I just painted the handle. So this is where we're at so far. I used a cotton ball for the sky, like to try to add in some texture. I painted the handle, that's why I'm holding it with the rag. And I added some more green to the trees. So I'm going to just lower this here because the green part is drying. Try to get this better situated here. Maybe I could tilt the computer downward. I'm going to see what this looks like. I don't want to like totally mess it up. But I took a cotton ball and I have some brown here. I'm going to see what this will look like here. Just trying to add a drop of texture there. So let's, it wasn't bad. It wasn't just like, you know. You want it to look more cartoony. I like it more like realistic though, you know, like more fluffy leaves now. I'm just using this cotton ball to add some texture here to the sand area. Let me see about, give me these things. Give me 1 second while I wash this. I think he popped into the chat yesterday. I mean, people have been kind of popping in here or there, so it's possible in a little bit some more people come in. It's a little bit earlier than I usually come on, because I usually come on at 6. Came on at 5. But it's all good whenever people want to come on. They want to stop by whenever. It's all good. All good. So let's see. I added a drop of texture to the sand area. Let's see. Showing only 2 bars, but hopefully that's enough to make this work. Let's see. Let's see. Sky did not exactly come out as I wanted it to. Like, I wanted the sky to be like fluffier. But it is all good. It's all good. Just put that like that. Just trying to get a sense of how to improve it. Obviously, we haven't done his face or his hands or the detailing of him yet. So we could start to go back and work on Stitch. Let's see. Clean this. Okay. I wonder if there's a way I can like prop that up a little bit. Let me see about some rags here that I use to wipe my hands. I know, right? We haven't been working on Stitch at all, and that's like the main part, you know? That probably is a little bit better. At least it's propped up a little bit. We have a lot to do on Stitch. Yes, we'll start with the ear. It's more of a pinky color. Let's see. It's a purple color, actually. His ears actually have like this detailing here. Like if you look at like a photo of Stitch, there's like there's almost like a detailing that runs the inside of the ear. So like this area, and it kind of runs like up to here. It's like this shadowed area here. The red in the middle is throwing me off. It's colorful. Yeah. Might not be everyone's taste. Yeah. I think once Stitch is finished, you know, with the more detail, I think it'll come together. I think that's why we need to work on Stitch right now, because We haven't worked on that part right now, so I think it's like we're paying more attention to the background. I kind of want to try to blend this a little better because I actually just have water on this brush. I'm using the water to kind of blend this. And what I think I'll end up having to do is go over his ears again and make them kind of all blend in together, if that makes sense. How do I do that? It's like a pink color. Let's try to get out some pink. Okay. Let me see about getting some of this pink color in here. I'm going to try to blend the two together. It's kind of like we're drawing with paint, but we're attempting here to blend the two, if that makes sense. We're trying to blend in here. So we're literally like, it's like coloring, but like with paint, basically. We're like scribbling the color and trying to drag it at the same time into some of these areas. Just drawing some in here. Drag it in here a little bit. And then we're going to kind of reverse it a little bit and go back to that. Go back to this light purple color. And kind of work the other way. The background is good. Yep, we will work on Stitch for sure. We kind of forgot about Stitch a little bit, and Stitch is definitely in the middle of the bag, so we need to go back and work on Stitch for sure, because then we only have a background. That's nice, and the main part of the bag, which is actually Stitch, needs to be worked on for sure. I think what happens is I get like interested in doing the background and I forget to work on this part. The shadowing for the ears, you know, it's weird how it's done so differently in so many different ways. Like, if you look at drawings of Stitch, you'll see that the ears, I really feel like the ears look so different depending on what you're looking at. I've seen the ears where I'm not seeing a lot of detail, and then I've seen the ears where there is detail in this area. So That's interesting for sure. Let me wipe off this brush real quick. I need to go back with that pink color again. From a distance, it's starting to look good, I think. Let's get some more of this pink color. And let's start working reverse here. And start to blend. We want to blend and actually take away some of this that we just put in, which I shouldn't have put. It's a little much. So let me just go back into this pink. We're just going to continue to blend that into this here area. And I kind of try to get a look at what I'm doing over here. I'll try to tone it down a little bit. We don't want such a contrast between the pink and the shading of the ears that we're trying to create. You know, so take this brush, which is actually doesn't have much paint on it. I'm just gonna try to that's what you could do. You could take a brush that doesn't have much paint on it or very little or just water and just kind of use it to kind of blend everything. Kind of just take it and go back over the area and that will kind of smooth out. See how that area got a little bit smoother? Well, everyone can have their own opinion for sure. I mean, certain things are gonna appeal to certain people, and you know. Okay, guys, let's not argue. Guys, no arguing. No arguing. I purposely did not work on Stitch, so I wanted to work on the background. And now we're going back and we're working on Stitch. No big deal. Let's just have positivity. Oops, I just got paint on. Let me see about fixing this. Give me a second, guys. I need to wash my hands. Let me, I actually got, let's all stay positive, guys. I actually got a drop of paint on the top bar of my computer. It's not on the screen, but I need to get it off. Give me a second. Let me get some tissue. But I'm gonna try to get it off. Give me a second. Let me. Only I could get paint on the computer, right? Seriously. That's what I'm doing right now, if you're wondering what I'm doing. Only I could get. How did I get paint on the screen? Not on the screen, but like on the edge of the computer. Only I could do this. I am very, very, very talented, apparently. So I'm just removing that. Give me a second. Man, how did I do this? I got it. Not too bad. It wasn't that bad. It was like a tiny drop, but still. You know, Let me just check how the signal is doing real quick. So we have 2 bars. I'm hoping that the signal is okay. Let's see about, let's see if I can make this a little better here. Let me see if I can kind of, I'm trying to make this a little bit more so you can actually see what I'm doing. Let's see about trying to put some more detail in there with the outlining of the ear. I think that's what we're kind of focusing on right now. We got to start somewhere on him to work on the face. This is black. Let me get out a little bit of black. And this blue color, which is I think what we've been using. So I'm going to try to do the outline first, and then I can go back and actually try to get it out. It's kind of been my tactic with this. Also trying to be careful because I have all that green there now, so if I make it too detailed, I'll actually have to go back and I would actually have to go back and fix the green part too. So I'm trying to hopefully not mess that part up too much. So I added a little bit of detail there. Okay, let's see about. So why don't we put this one over here? And then let's see. Oh, I already squeezed out. So sneaky. Tissue. So we're working on outlining his face and giving it a little bit more dimension. So yeah, I'm just adding a little bit of highlighting, starting to add some dimension to his face. Let me see what's going on. Signal again. So let's see. So I'm adding some blue here because I know that I'm going to want to try to blend with it. So let me see about getting this blue color here. I have to do his hands. So let's add in a drop of white. Start to add that in. Trying to give it some shadowing. Okay, so let me just wipe this off real quick. Thank you all so much for being here. you like the stream, please give it a like. That really helps me out. If you're new or you're watching on replay, please consider subscribing. And if you subscribe, hit the notification bell. That way you know when I come on for these streams. I also do fashion on this channel. I actually will be editing a video later today, and I'm going to get that posted tomorrow. So please do consider subscribing. So let's see if we want to sharpen up any of these areas here. So I added some black there. That will help to sharpen up the area. Let me see about putting a drop of black here. So I'm gonna go back and those are my insane neighbors. You can hear them in the background. Okay. So let's see about I did sharpen up that area around Stitch with the lower part of him, but I feel it's almost too much. Like it's just a little bit too dark here. So let's go back. Let's start to thin out this area here. Bend it a little bit so you can see what I am doing. Just going back around this area. funny is I think his face will actually end up being less than it do. That's okay. I think it'll all come together very nicely once it is done. But if you are a returning viewer, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. Appreciate all the support. Not do it without you guys. If you're liking this video, please give the video a thumbs up. That really helps me out. And if you're new, please consider subscribing. And if you subscribe, hit the notification bell. So that way you know when I come on for videos like this. Because I do come on quite randomly, but I do come on for our art streams pretty much every day. And if you're someone who enjoys art, then this may be for you, this channel. But my next goal is to get to 400 subscribers. We're making small gains on this channel, but very happy and grateful for the progress that I'm making so far. But my next goal is 400 subscribers. So if you're new, please do consider subscribing. And if you choose to subscribe, please do hit the notification bell. That way you know when I come on, especially for the art streams. But I do appreciate all of your support, guys, and you guys watching. You can imagine how hard it is for someone when they are just starting out, like with YouTube, such a small, person, on the platform. But it's because you guys watch that encourages me to keep going. That lets me know that, there are people out there who like my content. And that really inspires me to do more. So thank you so much, guys, for being here. I really do appreciate the kindness and support that you are showing to me. That's me. So we're starting to add in a little bit of shadowing. I would hold it up by the handle, but we actually just painted that, so that is actually drying. So we don't want to touch that right now. I'm just going back and adding some little bit of shading here, just to try to give it like a little bit more of a three-dimensional element. Stitch has always been one of my favorite characters from the movie Lilo and Stitch. Now one of my favorites happens to be Baby Yoda from The Mandalorian. So that is now probably one, I don't know if I would say it's my new favorite, but definitely one of my favorites. I don't like wasting paint, so that's why I'm going back into this black color. I'm just going to try to get this area here. You can see where I'm trying to get into these crevices, because these crevices take time to do, but I don't want to waste product and then let the paint dry up and then feel like I have to go back and do this detailing. So I think it's better just to get this part kind of done. I think that we also have to re-go over the arm area here. And then we will be actually drawing his hands, which is funny that we didn't do the hands. I love my ability to do hands. Just get into this area, really sharpen up this area as well. Because we could go back in there and redo the light blue color. Yeah, I need to get a better brush. It's gonna be a little bit, just a little bit like sharper in nature. So that's what happens with these brushes, you know. Let's go and look at his leg area here and just kind of outline. I feel like I need to make this brush a little bit better. Okay, so let's try to get into this area here. Wipe that off. Just go back again. So let's try to get into this area here. Wipe it off. More product. And try to get the bristles as good as we can, considering we have a brush that probably needs to be replaced. Let's see what we got going on here. It's under there. Down there. Okay. Try to flatten it out so I can see the paint and the way it's drying. So what we can do, let me see. I'm actually going in with like an old animator's pen here. It doesn't have much ink left to it. Probably like drawn over paint before. So I'm just going in with this animator's pen and actually starting to draw in hands of Stitch. You know, some not exactly sure how his hands look, but trying to get an idea. I could always go back and fix some of these areas with paint, so that's not a big deal. Just kind of like a rough draft, basically, of what the hands look like, if that makes sense, because I'm not quite sure. Okay, so what I need to do is I need to wash this brush. Give me 1 second. dry for a second. Okay, so let's see how my phone signal is doing. Every time I lift it, I'm able to get like 3 bars on it, but it's all good. It's all good. Let me try to bend it a little bit so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, so let's get some of this blue color here. And then let's attempt to start to correct the hands here. And to start to add in color to the hands. This is the part we have been avoiding, but we're going to do our best here. Hey Bryce, how are you? Welcome on into the stream. Glad to have you here. Everyone's kind of bopping back and forth, kind of in stream, then they come back, but welcome on in. Yeah, I came on a little drop earlier today. I don't know why. I don't know if I'll do that again, but depending on when you guys are coming on. But glad to have you here. We are making a lot of progress on it. So we've added some texture to the sky. I don't remember who it was that suggested this, but they were like, take a cotton ball and dip it in the paint and then kind of like lightly try to make clouds. So I did that with like a light purple color as well as a white color. Yeah, we added more texture to the palm trees and then added a little bit more detail to the tree part. And then I added some detail here. And I did that by I took a cotton ball and I just dipped it into the color and then I did the handles. So now we're just going back and we're attempting to work on some of the detail here of Stitch that we have not done. So I'm just adding in paint here to the hands of Stitch. Then I'll look up exactly what the hands kind of look like. I need to probably look up, it's just like kind of like a shape. I need to kind of see exactly how to fix this area here, but I need it to dry anyhow. You know what I mean? I need this area to dry with the hands. That way I can go back and outline the fingers and see how all of this kind of looks with like the shape of the hands. But that's okay. That's a good start, I think. Next part we can do is we can go over the stomach area again. I think we should do that. So I need to, right? Because if I buy I have like a regular blow dryer, but there's probably like a better one that's like actually for like paint that will help to dry it faster. I'm just gonna wash this brush really quick. Give me 10 seconds to wash this brush. And then I'm going to work on his stomach area. Dokie. But yeah, for sure, that would certainly help to be able to dry a certain area quicker. And so that way I could continue to work on that area. I mean, for the most part, if I work on another area, like if I go now and work on the stomach area with the light blue, I don't think I'm gonna, I don't know. I noticed when, yeah, I mean, if you look up the images of Stitch, you'll see what looks like a white color. There's actually like a white fur color that kind of goes like this. Like, I know that that exists here. You know what? I'm going to Google. Give me 1 second. Let me check on my phone. And let me see what the stomach area of Stitch looks like. There is like a white color that runs kind of here in this area. We could add in some shadowing to that area. I don't know how much I actually see that. That's what's interesting. It's like, I feel like I want to add in some texture. I just don't know how. All right, I'm here. Let me, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get out some light blue color. Just get some water. So let me get some light blue. I didn't squeeze it out. I took out the pink, but I never actually. So I got some light blue. That was really weird. So I've got the light blue color. And what I'm going to do is I'm first going to just start to put the blue on. And I'm going to literally just start to put the blue on so that way the product is on. I want to just sharpen up the areas where we have been putting the black outline. I do that by using a color like this around the edging to attempt to just thin out this area. So let's just thin this out. It's the first thing we're going to do. Now we're going to add in some more color. The eyes have a light blue, same color as the stomach. Thank you so much for checking that. Okay, so I think what you're saying is this part is light blue. I think that's what you're saying, is that this part is light blue, the same color as the stomach. I think that's what you're saying. Thank you so much for checking that. Oh, okay. Yeah, thank you so much for checking that, because that gets a little confusing sometimes. It's almost like an unexpected color there. I feel like the go-to, you would just think it's like white and then the eye part would be black. So what I'm doing is I'm just starting to apply the color for purposes of thinning out this black line that we're using to outline. So now what we could do to add dimension, let me see where our white is. What I can do is start to add in some white for texture and just see how it goes. I think that's what we're going to do. We're just going to do some very basic shadowing. I don't know if you can tell that. It'll be clearer when I hold it up. But inside the light blue is a black color, the texture white circle for detail. Okay. Yeah, I think that's why we saved the eyes for last, just because like it's such a detailed area, you know? So I'm just adding a little drop of white here for some texture or detail. And what I'll do is I'll going to blend it so that way it's not so noticeable, but it'll give like a little bit of shadowing to the stomach area. Yeah, I mean, that's the only color I've ever seen with Stitch. Like, if you look at like stuffed animals of Stitch or different things like that, you'll see a little bit of like a white fur almost to the character. It's a little strange because when you look at Stitch just from the animation perspective, you don't really see too much of that. But with the stuffed animals, I've seen it. So that's why it's a little confusing as to what to do with this character as far as detail goes. But only a tiny drop. I'm going to hold it up so you can see that. I feel like you could see it better when you're like really looking at it. But it's there. Took off a little bit of blue here. Let me just fix that. So let me just wipe this brush now. The other thing he's got is there is a little bit of detailing here. I've seen it more in black than in white. It's a little squiggle. It's a little squiggle line that's on the top part of the stomach area. A line above the eye for eyebrows. Ooh, that's good. Yeah, I forgot about that. Good you told me about that. I know exactly what you're talking about. We did it on the backpack. And there's also some lines above the nose, I think, too. So I've got a little drop. What was I going to do? I just totally forgot what I was going to do. Oh, with the hair. Oh. It's like this slight squiggle. And if it's too prominent, what I could do is I can go back. Now, there's anytime, guys, you feel like the line is too harsh, you can go back with the other color, the blue, just kind of blend it in a little bit so that it's not so prominent. Let me just make sure if we're going to touch the eye, then I want to make sure that this brush is in good shape. Just starting to get into some of these areas here. just going in there and perfecting some of the facial features. Also, the toes have a more dark blue at the end for the toenails, at the 2 each feet. What I realized is we don't have room for his feet. That's what's funny. Unless we can get it like down here. But I also need to figure out, I have a feeling his fingers are the same way. Let me just wash this brush, but I'll keep talking. But I think his fingers have a dark black tube maybe to them. Like, I don't think that they're only blue. Like, I don't think that, no. Yeah, it's good if it doesn't fit. I don't, I mean, I'd have to look at an image of him to see exactly how long his legs and his feet are. But I feel like in this area here, like there's something with his hands. Stitch has a darker blue nail. They are like tiny claws. That's what I figured. It's some type of different color. So what I'll need to do, 2 on each hand. So you're saying there's only 2 fingers? Let me see. Let me Google. So I just looked it up. And I'm seeing 4. I'm seeing 4 actual black claw things on his hands. So I will have to fix that once this area dries. That's the part that's drying. I need to make sure that's dry. So I just washed this. So now I can go into this blue paint. Yeah, apparently there's 4. I just Googled it. Maybe in some images, depending on maybe the angle. That's why it's a little confusing. I feel like changes depending on the image you're seeing. A black, dark blue. Yeah, and it's very true. And what's interesting about that color is that it's also kind of in the nose area. In other words, the nose is not, it's not black. It's not the same color as his face. It's more, that's why I've also waited to do that part. The nose is a little complicated because it's a gradient again. So that's going to mean you're going to see a slight, kind of like darker, lighter, 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 lighter. You're going to see that gradient happen, but it's done with like a dark blue, black color. That's usually the part that takes me the longest because I have to like work on that part a little bit. I can show you with the backpack. Give me 1 second. I'm going to show you with the backpack. When we worked on his nose, I'm going to try to get it this way. When we worked on Stitch's nose, you'll see it's like a dark blue black, but you'll also notice it's kind of a gradient. You'll see it kind of gets a little lighter. The claws are like the color of the nose, which are a black. Okay, that's good too. I forgot about that detail. I even forgot about that on the backpack. That's what's funny. I forgot about the nostrils on the backpack. I actually forgot to do that. Stretching time. So let's a little bit more blue. So let's keep working with this blue color. 21:30 for me right now. Very nice. Remind me again what time that is. Do you know what time that would be in, like, without military time? Because I don't know what that means. I'm so confused. Thank you. I'll learn it eventually. I will learn it eventually, that is for sure. What's funny is I'll learn it and then I'll actually start to give people the time that way. That'll be cool. And then they will ask me the same thing. What does that mean? Just try to... This also needs to be corrected. So that looks a little better too. And there's also some areas here. Let's correct it. So let's in here and start to add some. Let me just see how the signal is doing. It's just checking the signal. I'm checking something, but it's working. I think it's working. I can never completely tell. So let's see. Okay, thank you for telling me. I can never tell, honestly. I feel like when I think it's working, it's not. And that's why you guys gotta tell me, because I have no idea. Trying to understand. So let's see how I can fix the eye area. It's a lot to do with this brush, so I need to make sure that the brush doesn't add too much product, basically. Well, glad to have you here. Now, this is the part that I think takes a little bit of precision, just because I don't want to get this messed up. I think that's what you were saying. There's a little white dot. I think that's what you meant, right? There's a little white dot in the eye. I think that's what you were talking about. There's a little white, like, highlight in the eye. A little white dot. How are you feeling? I think that's where the show is supposed to take place, or the movie show. There's also a show. I think it's supposed to be Hawaii, right? Probably. Because when he lands, Stitch, I think it's supposed to be Hawaii. No problem. Very happy to have you here. Thank you so much for being here. For sure, we'll definitely be on tomorrow doing more art. Check also during the day, and maybe I will be on for a cooking stream. Thank you so much for being here. See you soon. Bye. Let's see about getting in this area here. A little bit more. Just wanna, even if we do his eyes more, I just kind of want to affect that, and we can always add a little bit more. I definitely feel like the left eye is a little bit wider than the right. I can go back with the black and fix that. But let me kind of get a better angle here. Thank you so much, everyone who's here, who's watching. If you're a returning viewer, thank you so much for being here and the support. I really appreciate it. If you've not done so already, please give the video a thumbs up, a like. That really helps me out. That lets the YouTube algorithm know that you are liking this video, and it tells other people who like specifically art, so that's what we're doing, that maybe they would also like this video. So please give this video a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, please do consider subscribing. I am a new channel, and I am trying really hard to get to 400 subscribers. That's my next goal. We're actually growing pretty decently. It wasn't that long ago I was saying my goal was 300 subscribers, which I'm totally grateful for. And we reached 300 not that long ago. So my next goal is definitely 400. I like to try to take it in smaller pieces, you know, little goals at a time. So my next goal is 400 subscribers. So if you are new to my channel and you like art, or I also do fashion vlogs and cooking, please do consider subscribing. That will really help me try to get to my goal. And if you subscribe, please do click the notification bell. I say that specifically because of my live streams, not my vlogs, because you can always watch my vlogs. But if you hit the bell, then that will let you know when I come on live, because sometimes I plan them and sometimes I don't. Today I did not plan them ahead of time, but I can tell you with the art, I do come on pretty regularly. Pretty much every night I come on to do art streams. And I've been coming on pretty regularly between 5 and 6 p.m. U.S. Eastern Time. So I am painting and doing this channel from Florida. This is Florida, Miami, Florida. And right now it is 7:30 p.m. We do these art streams between 5 and 6 p.m. That's when I come on. Then we kind of paint till I'm tired or whatever, basically. Sometimes longer, sometimes shorter. But please do subscribe and hit the notification bell. That would really help me out. And you'll know when I come on, because I don't, sometimes I schedule them and sometimes I don't. So yeah. So now what I want to do, I'd like to perfect that area around the eye, just a drop. So I'm just going to wash this brush very quickly. Give me 1 second while I wash this brush. I really enjoy art. I do a lot of art on this channel, and it kind of happened almost by accident. I was looking for something to stream and do live streams, And I realized one of the things I could do was art. But in reality, I really do love and enjoy art. And if I wasn't doing a YouTube channel or streaming, I would literally at this very moment be doing the exact same thing, be painting. The one benefit I can really say, there's a few benefits that come from, doing it as a live. I can interact with the audience. They give advice. Thank you so much. I like watching painting. I do too. I learn a lot about painting, you know, different, ideas from it and stuff. And if I wasn't streaming this, guys, I would be probably be painting anyhow. The good part about streaming is what happens is, even though I really love art, a lot of times I'll get distracted or I'll get tired or I'll say, I'm tired, I don't want to paint. And I'll just push it to the side. But because I know I'm coming on for these streams and I know you guys like it, I'm actually pushing myself to do art more, which is in return helping me. You know what I mean? It's good for stress. I like it. So it has a lot of benefits in doing it in this kind of streaming capacity. But if you're just coming on into the stream, please do give this video a thumbs up, a like. Give this video a thumbs up. That really helps my channel out. It helps the video out, I should say. It helps help the video get a further reach, which helps other people find the channel and the videos. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. And I think many of you are already subscribed, so thank you so much for that support. I really appreciate you guys. Make sure your bells are turned on, the notification bell, because that's how you find out if, I'm on. Hello, Kimberly. How are you? Welcome on in. We are painting away. Hello, Kimberly. Let me check the signal. It says I have 2 bars, but remarkably it's working, which I'm thrilled about. I'm glad it's working because I was worried that if it only says 2 bars, then it's not going to work. But it says it's working, so we are happy. We are happy with this, for sure. Putting the hair into a bun. I should probably always be doing this. Okay. So this is where we are at so far. I actually painted the handle today, and it's pretty much almost dry. I took a cotton ball. I don't know who suggested that, but one of you guys suggested to use a cotton ball and to kind of put the paint on with the cotton ball, and it would give it like a sky effect. I think that came out really nicely. Thank you so much for telling me. Yeah, I never know, guys. I never know how it's going. And I also put in some detail on the sand, if you can see that, and the trees. I never really know, guys, how the signal is doing. On my end, I'll think it looks great, and apparently no one can see anything. So, but I am glad to hear that we are doing well. I'm going to just try to add a little bit of blue, this light blue color, around the eyes. We're gonna What's funny is you're drinking tea, and I'll probably literally make more coffee later, which is probably not good to be having at night. I'll either have more coffee or a hot chocolate. I already had a hot chocolate today, but I'll probably have another hot chocolate. You know what? I can do that right now. I can make a hot chocolate. I should do that. I'm going to make a hot chocolate. Where is my cup? Give me 1 second. I'm getting hot chocolate. Not hot chocolate, I'm getting milk. I'm getting milk out. I have milk. Did you paint the handle with two? Yep, it's drying. And it was quite complicated doing that because I had to put a rag behind it to get it to dry. Because I painted both sides of it. I painted both sides of it and the inner part of the handle. I hope that works. I feel like it's gonna fall. I'm making hot chocolate. Making hot chocolate. Yeah, so, oh, it actually dried already. Let me show you guys. So I was able to paint this side of it and the inside of it. So then we also worked on the trees, adding in some more detail. And then I added in like some detail to the tree part. Thank you so much, Kimberly. And look how nice the red looks, the red-orange color looks. I think it really makes him pop, you know, because it's right behind him. And I think you said it's like a color opposite. So that's perfect in making him kind of like pop. And then we have the sky. And then I added in some detail to the sand area by, I took a cotton ball and I dipped it in paint. One of you guys suggested that. I don't know who it was, but one of you came up with that idea to take the cotton ball and dip it in the paint and then like to gently put it on for texture. I did that here and I also did that here and I think it came out really well. I was hoping the clouds would look a little bit more like puffy, but I think they look pretty good. I think in reality, thank you so much, Kimberly. Yeah, look how nice that red color came out. I really love this red color. You came up with that. Red-orange color. I think it dried a little bit more red. But I think it looks great because I think you told me, I think that blue and red are opposites, right? On the color wheel. So I think that this was going to really make this kind of pop. As opposed to having like just like a pink color. I'm noticing in the viewfinder, like I feel like that looks darker. That's so strange. That is so, so strange. I'm looking in the viewfinder. Bye. Thank you for being here. That is so strange. When I look in the screen, it looks like this is super dark. But then when I look at it in person, I don't see that. That is so strange. Okay. So did my milk heat? I put milk in a cup to heat it. And now I'm going to take this other cup where I actually was drinking hot chocolate and there's a little bit left in it anyhow. Where's my hot chocolate cup? Where is my hot chocolate? Where is my hot chocolate? Where is my hot chocolate? I found it. Ah! Ta-da! Yeah, I know. It's very strange. That looks way like, oh no, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, I'm tearing it. Oh no, 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 no. Ah! Oh, what have I done? Oh no. Oh no. Ah! Uh-oh. Uh-oh. It's okay. It's okay. Having a minor issue. I was trying to separate the hot chocolate, and basically I opened two. It's okay, the other one could be saved, hopefully. Oh, no. What is happening? Oh, no. It is all good. It is okay. It is all good. Hopefully. All is well. I made hot chocolate, and this is my Mickey cup. Let's see what else I will realistically do today, because we did a lot so far. Definitely done a lot. Let me see. Yeah, we definitely have more to do in the next day or so. We have to do his fingers are like a dark blue color. His nose is like a dark blue, black. His mouth area. And then if that blue is still coming up like that, that's so strange. I'll try to fix that. But yeah, we have like at least another day of detailing for this. And then the question will be, guys, are we leaving it just on one side and leaving it blank on the other side? I mean, the handle was painted there too, but we obviously don't need to do anything here. And then the other thing I'm trying to take into consideration is that if you were to actually wear this part is going to be on you. You know what I mean? This is going to be like on your clothes. And plus you wouldn't see it anyhow because it's on that side. So the question is, are we doing anything on that part? The second part would be, are we going to paint the strap at all? Is the strap going to get any work to it? Or is the whole focus of the bag going to be on just this front part? Neutral color, maybe. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Just like maybe there's a way to paint it, but just something very, neutral. But then the question is, like, I don't know if we should leave it just like this. You know what I mean? If we leave it just like this, I almost feel like it looks unfinished. So, like, maybe a neutral color. The only thing we could do, we could make the entire back this color, the light blue color, so that it's like the sky, and just leave it like that. Like, just in other words, not add any like crazy detail, just like make it like a very, very light blue. Light blue onto put the light blue. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. I think that would be the perfect color, because if you were to look at it like this, like let's say this canvas bag was laid out flat. In other words, you cut it here and you laid it out flat. The logical continuation would be that, well, the sky would continue like that. And then technically there could be some detail here. We could always get to that part if we wanted to do that. But I think almost the light blue color may be the perfect, yeah, like a very, very, very toned down blue. So either this color or maybe even lighter, like to add in more white and get it even, to actually get it even lighter than that blue color. Yeah, I think it's going to look unfinished because it's like all this work and then bag. You know what I mean? And then the next thing would be is, are we painting the strap? I think the answer is probably the same thing. If we don't do something there, it's going to look unfinished. So, yeah, there's some questions to come for sure. But we are making a lot of progress. I'm pretty happy with the way it looks. Yeah, the same thing, yeah. But this is drying. It's almost dry. Like anything we've done so far is almost dry, I feel. So I just need to wash the brushes. There's my spatula. I know, right? I don't know. I always wonder with that. Like, should it be like a very, oops, I got paint. Hold on. Paint on things. Like a very, very neutral outfit. Let me just get the paint off in 1 second. A second. I actually got paint. Here again. I don't know, maybe like a very neutral. Okay, I got it off. Like a very, maybe like a neutral. I always wonder that. Like maybe like an all black outfit, like black leggings. Like I always wonder, like, does it like need to be like colorful meets colorful, or like a neutral outfit? You know, you could always go crazy and be like, I'm gonna wear my colorful backpack with that, you know, and look like a walking art. Trying to throw out all this tissue here. Oops, I forgot to put away the milk. Yeah, I know, right? I was actually thinking of doing that on this bag, like some type of graffiti. I say that because I had a backpack that I created with like a stitch type of logo, and I took like almost like in a graffiti type of handwriting, I wrote Ohana, a summer outfit. You keep talking about summer, Kimberly. You are so ready for the summer. You are so ready for summer. Summer song, summertime in Florida, summertime, the beach. You are ready for summer. That is definitely very evident. I think everyone is. I know, right? I think everyone is. I also feel like they promised us like by summertime everything's gonna be good. Like like things are gonna like start to like look better with like the world and everything. So it's like, can summer come already? Like, but I need to wash this. Let me just organize this real quick. Kind of like to know where my paints are at. All these are my white, graphite, green, green, blue. I thought I had another one of those. That's weird. I do, right here. Okay. Blue. Like some of these are refills. That's why I have two of some of them. Like I got like a refill. Like this one I need a refill. That's like a black. White, red. This needs to go over here. I need a refill on that. A green, pink, red, green, white. See, I'm like, thought I had another one of these. That's so weird. Am I missing it? Where it is? Look how, like, I've had this tray forever. It's collected so much paint. You are not wrong in wondering what is in the middle of the tray. That is an art pencil. Graphite and white and a dash of blue, then swatch it on paper. That would be cool. Yeah, that's an art pencil that I put on the tray, and then it got stuck to the tray because of the paint. So now it's glued there. I could probably get it off like if I wanted to, but I like it there now. It's now part of the tray. I've had this tray forever. You're like, you would think like I would just get a new tray because they're not that much to get a new art tray, but I like it because it's like all of my paint. I'll probably never get a new one. This over here. Just attempting to start to do the cleanup because I'm trying to see where I have paint. I have paint everywhere. Let's put that like that. Let's put that like that. A little paint here. Somewhat. There's paint there too. Where is this sponge? Where is the sponge? Yeah. I should probably do this like more often. That way the paint won't actually like get stuck. But I don't do this enough. So I'm just wiping down the paint real quick. It all just fell over. It's okay. Luckily, it's all coming off for the most part. Oh, off. Okay. For the most part, it all came off, which is good. Try to keep the area as clean as possible, but we're dealing with paint, and I already got it on the computer a few times. That's like my fear, but I got it off. All good. But thank you so much, guys, for being here. I love having you guys in chat. Thank you for being part of the art stream. I really appreciate it. I'm going to be doing more with it tomorrow. I'll come on either at 5 or 6, maybe 6 tomorrow. I came on earlier today for like a random cooking stream because I just haven't done one of those in a really long time. But thank you so much, guys, for being here. I think we're making a lot of progress with the bag. I think it's looking really good. I'm loving all your input on how to improve the bag. Thank you so much, guys, for being here. Have a good night, everyone. Have a good night, Kimberly. Good night, everyone. I'll be back on tomorrow. I'm going to be back on tomorrow doing more art. Who knows, maybe cooking. I don't know. I probably will post a blog tomorrow too. But thank you so much, guys, for being here. Night, everyone.